I'd like to tell you a little bit about our culture because I believe that culture is the fundament of success in every type of organization. The primary business of any business is people, yesterday, today, and forever. And as among employees, shareholders, and customers, we were rather radical because you'd go to the business schools back in the 70s, and this was supposed to be a conundrum. Who comes first? Your employees, your customers, or your shareholders? And my answer was very simple. Your employees come first. If they're treated well, they treat the customers well, the customers come back. The shareholders like that, coming back. But at that time, it was rather startling to have anybody enunciate that philosophy with respect to how to conduct a business. And the synergy is very simple, really. If you honor, and if you respect, and if you care for, and protect, and reward your employees, regardless of title or position, which is very important. And we believe that Southwest, that our job was not only to provide a far more reliable service at a far lower fare, but also to provide, I guess you might say, a spiritual infusion of fun, of warmth, of hospitality, and of diligent servanthood, which is the key for both our employees and our passengers. The intangibles of the spirit, in our estimation, are ultimately far more important than the tangibles of things. Why? First of all, it's a matter of morality and ethics. Secondly, as I said earlier, from a purely business standpoint, the tangibles can be purchased. You know, every airline can get airplanes from the Boeing company if they've got the wherewithal to pay for them. But the intangibles are far more difficult for competitors in any field to imitate. We think the recurring themes of all training should be leadership. Everyone's a leader by example, even though you may not think of them that way. The way the ramp agent puts a bag in the belly bin of the airplane is an example to all other ramp agents as to how to do it. And we think the customer service should be a recurrent theme, and that includes internally. Internal customer service, because everyone, including the finance and legal departments, has customers, internal or external. And we think of the general office as basically only the supply corps for the troops in the field, that it's a servant, not a master. And we provide guidelines only, not rules. The golden rule is the fundamental guideline. And if that's your fundamental guideline, then you've achieved civility, because after all, what does that mean? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Serve others as you would have them serve you. So if each one of you in each day and your confreres will observe the golden rule, civility will have been achieved. And we also tell employees to be themselves. And what we mean by that is when they come to work, they can act naturally. To have fun, that you don't need to, in effect, wear a mask or look like a brick at work. Basically, we tell them we hired you because you're you, not because you're a robot or an automaton. And Robert Frost once made a comment. He said, isn't it a shame that people's minds work furiously until they get to work, and then they stop? And we're trying to keep their minds working throughout the day because they're enjoying their associations and their environment. What you're basically trying to create, in my humble opinion, is a company where people smile because they want to, not because they think that they have to. A company bound by love, a company where the people are trying to protect each other like a band of brothers. Ultimately, they concluded that's what they were fighting for. To protect and take care of each other is much stronger than one bound by fear.